Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. This is your weekly check-in with Spirit. It's Sunday, or it's Sunday as I am doing this reading and posting it for you very early in the morning, I would add. And we are asking for an immediate message from Spirit for you. And we are also going to check out the week ahead, see if your Spirit team would like you to know anything about what is coming in the next 7 days. Beautiful souls, welcome. Welcome everyone. Welcome if you're new to the channel, welcome. And welcome if you are returning. If you are returning, it is such an honour to have been connected with you, and it's an honour to be connecting with every single one of you today. Now, beautiful souls, we have 3 amazing cards to guide you into whichever of the readings is really speaking to you. I'm going to show them to you, and then I'm going to draw some runes and some charms as well. So you've got some extra information if you would like that too. Sometimes you'll find you're drawn to more than one reading. That's, quite common actually. But let's check in and have a closer look at the cards. So pile 1, you have card number 23, Fly the Wings of Worthiness. Card number 23, isn't that beautiful? Fly the Wings of Worthiness. Then for pile 2, we have card number 7, Learn from the Bees. Learn from the Bees, card number 7. And then for pile 3, we have card number 25, Kick Up Your Heels. Kick Up Your Heels, card number 25. Okay, now let's draw your runes next. You've got 3 coming through for pile 1. So pile 1, you have the rune of Flow. This is Lagos. You have the rune of Defense. This is Awaz. And you also have Joy, Winjo. Okay, so that's pile 1. Might need to spread these out a little bit more, makes a little bit more space. Okay, 3 coming out for pile 2 as well. I think it's going to be 3 runes. You have the blank rune. You have Manaz, the rune of the South. And you also have Gateway, Thurizaz, the rune of Gateway. Okay, and then, I think it might just be 2. Let's just check in on that. No, it is 3. 3 for pile 3 as well. You have Nathus, the rune of Constraint. You have the Spiritual Warrior rune, Tewaz. And you have Sawello. This is the rune of wholeness. Magic, absolutely magic. Now, let's draw a charm as well. Now, usually I put a little token out to make them visible, but I think these cards are dark enough to be able to see the charms. So pile 1, what is your charm? You have a swift. How interesting! Look at the birds. Both of these birds. So you have a swift or a swallow. Pile 2, you have an anchor. There it is, little anchor. And pile 3, you have a steering wheel from a ship. Okay. So, where should we place that? Where's the best place for it to be seen? I think just down there is just fine. Okay. Now I am going to leave the video running just a few moments longer. Sometimes I know some of you need a little bit of extra time just to really meditate into the energy of the cards, the runes, the charms. Beautiful souls, really trust whatever you are drawn to. If more than one pile is speaking to you, it's probably worth checking them out. Very often there is more than one message coming through. But literally sit with your intuition. If there's anything heavily weighing on your mind at the moment, and you would like an immediate message from Spirit, then really bring that into the forefront of your mind and see which of the piles you are drawn to. Beautiful souls, I will put the timestamps in the description box below. I'll put them in a comment as well, and I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. Let us see what message is coming through for you today. What is it that your spirit team, source spirit, wishes to tell you immediately now? And then we'll follow through and look at the week ahead. Just very interesting. With the runes that you have, fly the wings of worthiness. And the fact that we have this swift, this swallow coming through, and this beautiful dove, because we have the rune of flow. Flow often indicates, kind of like, it speaks about the ebb and flow of relationships, of situations, of emotions. And the rune of defense often speaks of patience, but also can indicate that you develop an aversion to something that doesn't resonate with you as well. Sometimes we have Wunjo, the rune of joy. I'm going to draw your cards first, but I feel there may be something, maybe something you have patiently waited for. Maybe you've been practicing discernment. Let's have a look at your cards first, your oracle cards, see what comes through. Two of the zodiac sign cards coming through for you. I'll draw your tarot in a moment. You have Libra. This energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. And then you have Gemini. The energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. How might we lay your cards out? Let's put these down here. I think that's going to work. Yeah. We have for you Ogma. Watch your words. This goes back to the legends of the runes, actually. And recognizing signs and symbols. Thunder. Heart of the sky, or heart, yeah, the heart of sky. And the spiral. I think I'm going to move these three over here. I think that's going to work. Yeah, magnificent. Okay. Let's now also draw your tarot cards. You have Queen of Hearts. That's the Queen of Cups in a traditional pack. You have Seven of Sceptres. This is the Seven of Wands. Look at that wolf. You have the Death card. Okay. You have the Seven of Hearts, Seven of Cups. So you've got two sevens. You need to make a choice. There's a choice available to you, my dearest one. This is really interesting. And the Five of Coins. Now, how are we going to place your cards so we can see them? I think those can move along a little bit. And yeah, I think we can do this. I think we can squeeze everything in. Yeah, lovely. Okay, let us sit with your reading. This genuinely is about understanding your own worthiness. With the Thunder card and the spiral, Actually, I think there's something holding you back at the moment. With the Seven of Wands as well. Look at the way this wolf is chained. There's something out of balance. Now, I'd venture to say as well, I need to say this, I'm so sorry. When I looked at the Fly the Wings of Worthiness, and indeed the Rune of Joy, this made me feel very excited, and there's a lot of excitement and possibility coming in your reading. But I basically think there is someone or some kind of a communication going on around you, and I don't think it's completely honest. It's out of balance. Someone is not being completely upfront, or they're taking more than they intend to give. I'm so sorry, because it feels as though really Spirit is saying to you, look, you need to be discerning. So somebody is not being completely upfront, or, there's... And I think with the transformation energy of the Death card, this is like put on your walking shoes. These are like tap shoes. Seven of Cups. Think about what really matters to you. I also would say communicate it clearly. Something's holding you back, basically, here. Now, there's many messages coming through, so I'm just going to voice them all. Some will be right for some of you, others right for others of you. When this happens in a reading, it means the energy is coming in, and it has many different variations. So you'll need to think about how this applies to your situation. So for some of you, someone isn't being completely upfront. Basically, the energy, maybe you're being too gracious. The energy is not... there's a not balanced situation where someone is holding you back. Now, for some of you, it could be that you are holding you back. The words within your own mind, maybe there's an internal dialogue where the kind of the conversations you have with yourself, like your mind is playing tricks on you. So for some of you, you are the person, or the internal, what's going on in your mind is holding you back, telling you that you're not worthy. Let's just sit with this, because lots of messages were flooding and I focused on those two initially. For some of you, maybe I am seeing this couple here and these two apart. For some of you, there is someone or a situation or something that you're quite attracted to, and I think you would like it. But maybe you are also feeling some insecurities around it. So something is holding, again, that would be you holding you back. Or indeed, I'm also getting a message for some of you as well. This would be like, like if you met someone and you both like each other and it's obvious, and then somebody comes along and tells you something about that person. Now, this is quite a specific message, but this is coming through very strongly. Like when someone comes along and they say to you, that you meet someone. Let's say you meet somebody's friend, best friend or brother. And there's obviously, assuming you're a woman, I'm sitting from a female perspective here, but non-gender specific. You meet someone and basically your best buddy has a good relationship with them. And in a way, they don't really want to lose what they have with this person. So they kind of tell you a bit of a story or something that means that you look at them through a less positive or a less favourable lens. And actually, that is what's being said here, I think. Whatever your situation, whether your insecurities have been raised, or someone isn't being, the person that I think that's not being completely upfront, it's like someone who is envious of you having something. And I think for some of you, it's a connection with someone. Somebody is envious of that. And I think they are almost trying to inhibit the flow. Something could move forwards. It could be, something that could spiral and unwind, but somebody's coming in with thunder in their heart. You start with the heart of sky. This is a connection of, or it's either a relationship or a situationship of possibility. There's potential here. I think intuitively you know. But I think there are words being said by somebody who wants to hold you back, or who is trying to colour your perception of how that might be. And the put on your shoes and walk, 7 of Hearts, make a choice that's right for you. Be discerning, and it isn't necessarily discernment of the person or the situation that you're entering into. It's the discernment around the people that are telling you about it. Does that make some sense to you? I hope that's resonating. This is very specific, but that is what I'm seeing here. And I feel you need to sort of break away and sort of alleviate yourself from this situation. You know, cut away the rubbish, cut through the perceptions. Listen to your intuition here. What you are feeling, the expansiveness, that is the right way to go. Somebody telling you that something isn't possible, or that it might not work, or that somebody telling you something about someone that would colour your perspectives in a more negative way, then it's the more negative bit that I think this reading is asking you to question. You have Wunjo. But Wunjo also, because it indicates a new dawn, and you have the Death card, there is an ending and a new beginning coming here. Now, if any of you are in a relationship that is genuinely out of balance and that person is holding you back, then it's time to have a clear communication and conversation with yourself. It's time to draw the line here and really, really think very, very clearly, you know, about what you want to actually do about this situation. And I would also say, beautiful souls, if somebody is holding you back, you're in a relationship where you're giving more than you're receiving, if you find that you are ending up ruminating about it in your mind, or even ruminating about it to others, but not doing anything about it, this reading is really highlighting the need to speak with open communication, whether that is with you, so you reach some important conclusions and decisions, or whether it is with someone else. Speak openly and honestly or directly to the person and not about them. Very clear that there's definitely an energy of stuff being said that holds someone back, even if it's you holding you back by not talking directly to the person who you are discussing and speaking about. Let's draw some more cards and ask about the week ahead. I'm going to get a second tarot pack out, I think. And I'm sorry, Pile 1, that this is going on. But you know, the reality is you have Wunjo, the rune of joy. So actually, there is something really beautiful, fabulous, that can really spiral and grow coming to you. There's something really positive, and this is about allowing yourself to be discerning and receive whatever it is that is positive, but something is in the way, basically. And this is about letting go of, or saying goodbye to, or being discerning about the thing that is holding this back. So it's not about not having the something, far from it. It is about having something. And if there is someone genuinely in your world who is just not giving as much, then it's about being discerning and having that conversation, and then opening yourself to receive, to ask for more. I get the impression it's more like there's a spanner in the works coming from someone else, though. And the reason discernment is needed is so that you can actually embrace whatever or whoever it is that's in front of you that has huge possibility. May we kindly ask for Pile 1 about the week ahead. You have the 4 of Wands. This is fabulous. What a beautiful energy. Because look at the way something is opening up here. And this is a card of celebration. And you have the sun. Oh my goodness me. I think we're seeing these two. You have the Wheel of Fortune and you have the King of Wands. Oh my goodness me, this is an energy of such empowerment. I am seeing the situation you are in moving forwards. I think there really is huge potential here. And I'm seeing this week, I'm seeing your connection to this, your commitment to it, your availability to it, massively shifting in the most positive way and moving forwards. So if this is you holding you back, if it is somebody else saying something that colours your perception and that holds you back, I'm seeing this definitely take a big shift or a turn. If someone has been taking more than they are giving to you, I would see that shifting. Open yourself to receive. This feels really exciting. It's like somebody or something passionate, exciting, powerful, energetic. There's chemistry, if this is love, is coming into your world. It's around you. Let it in. Let yourself receive. Whatever anyone else says, or indeed whatever you may be saying within your own mind, let yourself receive. This is the week when something really sparks, it happens, it's initiated, it moves forwards. So whatever can spiral, that space of possibility, that person of possibility, whatever this is, fly the wings of worthiness and allow yourself to receive, my beautiful pile one. You know, whatever anyone else is actually saying, or indeed whatever is going on within the recesses of your own mind. Wow, pile one, this looks like it's a really exciting week. Do let me know, because this is really flowing forwards. It's really, really, it feels exciting. It really does. This is really, it's not even like let go of doubt. It's more about open yourself to worthiness. And there's a very distinct difference, because one, let go of doubt, is very much pushing something away of the past. Open yourself to worthiness, fly the wings of worthiness, is very now and future orientated. So it's got a different kind of, a different flow of energy. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Beautiful souls, tons of love. This is amazing. Do keep me posted in the comments. I love to hear what's happening in your world as the week progresses. Do watch out for other readings as soon as I post them. And if you would like to make sure you never miss a reading, do please subscribe and press the little bell icon. Tons and tons of love. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. You have learned from the bees. This is like a card of alchemy. And you have the blank rune. This is a space of possibility. It's like you're sitting in this space of possibility. What I will say is that you also have Manas, the rune of the self, and Gateway, Thurizaz. And Thurizaz tends to ask us to stand still and reflect and review with gratitude before stepping through the gateway. It's almost like honouring the learning or honouring where we've come from. She's blindfolded as well, which I find really interesting. And I see this little cage of little birds in her hands here. Do you need to just put down an anchor and ground yourself for some reason in some way? Let's have a look at your oracle cards. You have Leo and Vesta. Okay, that's interesting, because Vesta is about your spiritual center. These are two very different energies. You've got big, bold, getting out there, Leo, and you've also got, you know, quiet, spiritual, centered, you know, hearth and home kind of energy. You've got both. Okay, how interesting. What else are we saying? What else are we seeing, rather? Let's move these cards here. You've got the Ancient Ones and the Owl. I do wonder if you need to pause to see something before you move on. I think your energy, something is expanding for you in a really good way. You know, you're moving, you're getting out there. You've got lovely Leo. Completion. Okay. Yeah, something has to be wrapped up. Or if you move forwards too quickly, you could miss something. There's something needs to be tied up. Some detail needs to be tied up. Rest. Star Maiden. I think you're in a space of possibility. I think your world is actually exponentially expanding. And you may even be in a place where you're really tuned into some really quite big ambitions. What your reading is suggesting is almost like, what your reading is saying is don't try to make this happen too quickly. Don't try to expand too quickly. It's going to come. It will come to you. I think you're still, energetically, you're still processing. It's like you're in a brand new place of possibility, and I think you're still processing where you've come from. You're in this space of massive possibility. It's really exciting, and it looks to massively expand, but you're still carrying the essence and energy of the transition. It's like you haven't fully rested, recovered. You haven't quite anchored. This would be a bit like if you move house. And you move from one place to another. And it's so exciting. You've moved to the new place. It's everything you wanted it to be. But actually, it's really quite exhausting. And it kind of energetically, it's a bit discombobulating, if that makes sense. And I think this reading is saying to you, you need to anchor yourself in your new kind of, in your new world, whatever this is for you. You've moved from a space even maybe where in your own mindset you were feeling like things weren't possible to a place where you feel they are. You need to just get anchored and grounded. And re-anchor yourself. It's like, you know, when we can rocket into excitement, possibility, almost like on a bit of an adrenaline kind of high, because it's like it's so, everything that's coming is so exciting, and it is. However, something has to complete, and I do feel it's like your energy is, it's not like you've still got one foot in the past. I don't feel that at all. I feel you've firmly moved ahead, but there's something that needs to be completed. For some of you, there could be that you have to cross the T's, dot the I's. There's something you do actually have to properly complete in order to be fully available. I mean, this would be like, I don't know, if you were moving from one location to another, just moving house, but you haven't yet unpacked all your boxes, and yet you're out there ploughing ahead with all your new plans. Actually just unpack the boxes and get grounded so that your centre is aligned. There's something that needs to be attended to here, and if this is an internal transformation, an internal shift or move, then stillness, rest and reflection are needed to review, to evaluate. It's kind of like Thurizaz just asks us to get still, basically. It's like you've climbed to the top of a mountain. Way to go, you are amazing. But before you rush forwards and run down the other side to what's coming next, just sit down, get still and meditate. Cast your eyes back over where you've come from, your history. I think there's something that you need to see with the owl here. Something that maybe your guides are wanting you to see as well. And if you rush ahead too fast, you could miss it. I'm not quite sure what this is. Let's get more information. Now we have more information for my beautiful, beautiful pile twos. You have the Tower. Wow, that's an epic change. And you have the Nine of Spikes. That's the Nine of Swords in a traditional pack. You then have the Page of Swords. You have the Page of Wands, so Page of Spikes, Page of Scepters, which is the Page of Wands. Let's get one more card. Okay, this is now becoming very clear and very specific. Oops. We have the King of Coins, King of Pentacles. There's something you need to attend to. Cross the T's, dot the I's. From something that you've left, something that you're leaving. That's what your message is. And in your excitement of moving forwards, you could miss it. There's just something, it could even be something to do with your own self-care. But with the Nine of Spikes, the Nine of Swords, and then the Page, it almost looks like a little ghost. It's almost like a ghost from the past could come back up. The Tower moment, the transformation is with you. But I do think there is something you do need to see about where you've come from. At the moment, you're happily being the alchemist. You're happily in your zone of transformation. You are really, really excitingly moving something forwards. It's like you're focused on where you're going, on your ambitions, on your future, on this entire space of possibility. And your reading is actually saying, look, get still. Rest, because if you're too swept along by the possibility, you could miss something. I'm going to ask for more detail for you, but I think there's something you need to see in order to create a completion, or something you just need to do. You could end up, just not worrying about unpacking those boxes, and yet there's something that you left in one of those boxes that you'll forget about that was really important, like a note to self. You made a little list of something and there was something on it you needed to remember to do, but you so swept along by the excitement of the possibility that you leave those boxes. You need to complete something, basically. You need to complete and also create an anchor. I think this is what your reading is saying. Because otherwise something's going to pop out. It's like a ghost from the past as well. How interesting. I wonder if for some of you, here you are busy. Here you are busy building your new future. Your expanded, amazing future. I wonder if a ghost from the past comes in, actually. I mean, I'm seeing you doing really well for yourself. I'm seeing a ton of exciting energy, but there's something popping up that you're going to need to see. Maybe ask what it is. Could we ask what this is? Could we get a little bit more information? Because it's like you haven't quite closed the door somehow. Maybe it is your own energy. Maybe your energy will just, you'll struggle with your energy if you don't rest up from this transition. But I think it's more than that, because the Page is so dynamic. You've got the Page of Wands followed by the King of Pentacles. It's like attend to the details as you transition. This is a card of friendship and the King of Swords. Maybe you need to say goodbye properly to someone. Eight of Cups, we move forwards and beyond. Maybe you just do need, with the King of Swords, to firmly close the doors on a point in time. Perhaps you do just literally have to close that door. If any of you have been, if you're moving from a situation that was challenging, this may actually be saying to you, look, rest and recover, pause, press the pause button and look back. Even if you, because if we come from a place, like I can liken this to a situation that I went through, it's quite a lot of years ago, but I remember it so clearly. And I was in a situation where I was really, really, really being targeted within a particular community of people. Very limited, or from my perspective, that sounds horribly judgmental, but let's just say we were very, very different people. You know, me and what I do, would not have been an acceptable kind of thing, really. I wasn't an acceptable thing, I think. But I got really, really targeted, and it was essential for me to move. But when I moved, it was like, I know that for quite a while, I was still almost like looking over my shoulder, or still, you know, because I needed to reach a point where I properly let go so that I could release what I had. Otherwise, I was still sort of like carrying it with me, you know, going over and over it. Because if you have lived in a place, if any of you have ever lived in a place where you do need to genuinely like watch your own back, and you have to look over your shoulder because you don't really quite know what's coming next. You know, it was such a valuable lesson for me. Curiously enough, I don't know whether I would have moved forwards and be doing the things I'm doing now if that hadn't happened. You know, in many ways, I think it was, you know, it was the brick to the head that I needed to really step up and do perhaps some of the things that I came here to do, as opposed to just carrying on in a very safe world where, you know, I was working in my counselling practice, but everything was very sort of, it just was what it was. But I don't know whether I would ever have stepped up without it. So I actually have a huge amount of gratitude. And this is what Thursday is about, gratitude. So I wonder whether for some of you there's a need, again, just everything here is saying get anchored. And yes, your future is expanding exponentially in the best possible way, but something needs to be completed. If something pops up for you from the past, the Three of Cups is this turning point, but the King of Swords is a very decisive energy. I feel if you have moved, or if you've let something go that wasn't feeling ideally resonant with you, I think you might need to make a clean cut, actually. You know, not just assume that, you know, because I think it might sort of, something of the energy will follow with you. I do, with the Eight of Cups, think that we move to something. We choose to leave something behind and move to something. Look at her North Star there in that card. May I kindly ask about the week ahead? Could we get some detailed information about the week ahead? Yes, something needs to be put behind you, I think. I think there is Knight of Wands. I'm seeing you take significant action. We have the Hanged Man. Okay. Take action, but do so consciously. Think about. Such a paradox of energy here. It really is. It's exactly like this, you know, house and home, steady, centered, spiritual energy, and then Leo out there doing it, making it happen. Maybe as well, your expansion is going to expand better, more fluently. If you also have pockets of stillness, press the pause button. Rather than rushing ahead, you have the Nine of Cups. You have the Six of Wands. Wow. I do think there is something you need to attend to. And whether it is you, yourself, and the attendance that's needed. Yeah, Ten of Swords and the Sun. I think there is something you need to attend to. Now, whether this is your own well-being, where you simply need to rest, put down an anchor point, and then you can burst forth into the excitement of the new, or there are still things you need to do, like you haven't unpacked your boxes, there's still a to-do list that needs to be attended to before you zoom ahead. Maybe for some of you, there could even be something that has popped up from the past that you needed to see clearly in order to attend to it so you could put it down and move beyond it. Something needs to complete, but it basically needs to complete properly. It's almost as though, as I said, you've relocated or moved or started a new relationship or a new job, but you haven't quite concluded something of where you've come from. And this is a really good week to do that. The energy is absolutely right for you to rise again, to emerge, to really take actions, but the actions are about attending to those details, and whether that detail is you because you need to rest, or it's actual practical physical details. There are things you need to see from where you came from, as it were, and that you need to attend to complete, so that your energy is completely free for you to then step into the space of being the alchemist, and of really, really refinding your energy, rising, and of being able to step into this space of the new. Everything here is just saying there are some things you still need to attend to, and now would be a good time to attend to them. Wow, this is your reading, my beautiful pile 2. So I wish you all the best in your week. And what's coming just looks so exciting for you. It really, really does. And I can see why. If you are just in this space of possibility, you're like, yes, yes, yes. But rather than rushing into the new, there's something else you need to complete first. You know, don't dive into something afresh until you have crossed the T's or dotted the I's with something else, or indeed rested up. And if you thinking, well, what is it? Then just get still, because you know you'll be shown. You kind of, as long as your mind is racing in the excitement of where you're going and what's happening, it's really hard to sort of recall and remember something that still needs to be attended to. This is your reading. Beautiful pile 2. If this is resonating with you, do give me the thumbs up. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. It really helps the channel. If you want to make sure you never miss a reading, do please subscribe and press the little bell icon as well. And that way, all of my readings should come into your stream. I am sending you all the love in the world. And thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing you for some other readings again really soon. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. This is a card of celebration. Kick up your heels. It's almost like the universe is almost demanding that you celebrate, that you jump for joy, that you dance, that you celebrate. Now, I don't want to say too much before we draw your cards, but with Nathis, the rune of constraint, and the spiritual warrior rune, which is very discerning, very directive, and Sawello, the path that you are meant to be following. I can't help feeling like you have just achieved something, like you have, I don't know, maybe overcome something that was constraining you, whether that's an inner belief or an actual circumstance. You've managed to break through that glass ceiling, or you've done something, but I feel you have just pushed through, and you've done it because you had the determination to see it through to the end, or to the space of where you are now, not necessarily an end, but where you are now. This card literally invites you to kind of just to celebrate, enjoy now. Press the, not exactly the pause button, because there's no pausing energy about this, because it's jumping for joy, but really to honour where you are in a really big way. Celebrate where you are. You're on track, and I think you've had to do something to get to here. You've steered the ship. That's what I feel. Let's look at your cards. Let's get more information. Look at this. You have the Sun. You've got 3. Oh, you are the first sign that has had 3 cards from this pack. You have the Sun, you have Venus, and you have Uranus. Sudden change. Oh. Ooh. Right. I think your world is about to radically change. I think you've worked unbelievably hard, or it may already have, something very sudden may have happened. that released you from constraint. If you are, my beautiful pile 3, still feeling as if you are, like life is hard work and you're on, like you're wading through treacle, something is coming to release you. I just feel that you are on track. I think you've overcome something that held you back. But I think you did it with diligence. I think you crossed the T's, you dotted the I's, you did what you had to do. Here you are. I see you not only celebrating in the now, but genuinely steering your ship, literally the metaphor of you, into a very, very, very exciting future. I think your world is radically changing. Radically changing. Enjoy where you are now, because I think the pace at which the change may be coming could be very, very fast indeed. So enjoy where you are now, because in all honesty, as your world radically changes, you might honestly look back and think at this moment in time you wish you just actually put down an anchor and chilled out. Enjoy your success, enjoy the moment. This is something fabulous. Your world is unfolding, it's exciting. I'm seeing this. I'm also seeing it's this one here. Your world is unfolding. Congratulations. Really want to say congratulations. The journey. We've got the coyote and we've got the seer. Okay, coyote energy can be a bit trickstery. It asks us to lighten up. Interestingly enough, maybe that's what you've had to work through to free yourself from something. Maybe you are, in many ways I feel like the coyote energy is really almost just here to say, lighten up, enjoy life, laugh about life. Get out there, laugh, dance, sing, enjoy the moment. Your world is radically changing, radically, radically changing. You are on track with your journey. You are where you're meant to be. Everything will be shown to you. I think you have a very interesting guide walking with you. Curiously enough, this is what's coming through for me with this card. Some of you may find that you have a new guide coming in at this stage, or a new spirit animal guide. We have we have a guide that is with us, or this is certainly my own understanding and my own experience. We have a guide that is with us from the day we're born. And that guide is with us for the duration of our life, just as we also will have a power animal that is very much integrated into us. It's almost like part of who we are. At certain stages in life, our power animals can change because we need a different energy. And all the way along, even though I do feel, and certainly this is what I've been shown, and is that we have a guide that stays with us throughout our lives, start to finish. But we have lots of other guides along the way that come in to assist you with something specific, or a pocket of time when you need a particular energy or a particular kind of support. And it's the same with spirit animal guides or totem animals. They come in and they walk with you at a particular time because you need the energy of them now. I think that you are at this incredibly exciting turning point. I think your world is going to radically, radically change. I think you've broken free from something that was holding you back or a restriction. And now, your reading is saying, your spirit guides, your team are saying, just stop and smell the roses. Celebrate, dance for joy, love where you are. You've overcome something very big. This has come out in pile 1 as well, I think. Yeah, this is definitely pile 1. Okay. Let's go with it. Cain, life force energy. Yep. Wow. Oh my goodness me. If any of you have been struggling with any kind of health issues, you've really reached a turning point, and you've done it. If you've recovered from something where you had an accident or something, and you're in recovery, my goodness me, your world is about to change. So stop and truly celebrate where you are. You've reached a point where a whole new direction is unfolding for you. And the energy is absolutely going to be with you to move forwards, because the next chapter of your journey is unfolding. You have, I think, new spirit animal guides walking with you. I think you have a new guide particularly walking with you who will assist you with certain skills that you're going to need for this next chapter of the journey. Let's draw some tarot cards as well. Wow. But your message is really clear. It's celebrate. Enjoy where you are right now before moving on, because things are radically changing. Radically changing. I think success is coming to you with Venus, the part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence and valuables. Uranus, your potential for sudden change, enlightenment and awakening. Your immortal spirit, the sun, purpose and destiny is involved. You are on track for a new chapter in life. It will unfold as it should. You're being guided. Things are going to fall into place. You will find you have the energy to do what this is about. We have the Page of Coins. If any of you are working on something, you're in the early stages of a project or moving it forwards. This is creativity, it's spark. Sorry, I was seeing it as the Page of Wands, my apologies. But what I was seeing in this card is the creativity and the spark. This is the Page of Coins, so the Page of Pentacles. But even so, it's still it's an investment in something. Maybe you've invested in something that's going to come to fruition, actually, with the Page of Coins. Because of the red colour, I just really connected in with the energy of the wands. And we have here Venus. I think something is coming. If you don't already know what the next stage of your journey is about, my goodness me, I think you soon will. You are being guided through to something. Or if you have already started working on something, it's about to launch forwards. So keep going. It's your determination that's got you to where you are, and celebrate your success. Celebrate it, love it, appreciate it before moving on to the next. You have the Emperor. Wonderful. My goodness me, your energy is rising. And then we have the Seven of Coins. Wow. Look at this horse picking up these coins, carrying coins. This could well be to do with money, finances, health, your personal energy, health and wealth. Health, wealth, home, prosperity, everything that's connected to that area of your world. I think you're going to be taking quite a lead as well, my beautiful souls. Because I think your world is going to take off exponentially, and it will involve work with the Seven of Coins. It will involve, it will involve an investment on your part, a further investment. And so because of that, at this turning point, because I think you have stepped beyond a period of restriction or constraint, whatever you are manifesting, that's the best way of describing this energy. Whatever you are manifesting in real terms, you're going to be guided, you're on track, you're going to be guided for the next chapter as it unfolds. And my beautiful souls, you have new guides walking with you, or a new guide. Because it's going to take off exponentially. You're going to be so busy, so busy. Take time now to celebrate. That's what we're being shown. Let's ask about the week ahead before you steer your ship into the future. We have the Princess of Pentacles. So this is the Page of Pentacles, same as the Page of Coins. Yeah, get still and cherish where you are. This has such a still energy in comparison to this one. Gracefully own how far you've come. The Magician, because you did it. You did it. Compared to where you were, if you were to look back at where you were a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, you've turned a corner. You really have. I think you've done a lot of internal work. I think you have faced yourself in a big way, really big way. A lot of reflection, a lot of soul searching. 8 of Wands, and now it genuinely is time to move forwards. If you are still feeling stuck in any way, that stuckness is going to shift, and it's going to shift fast, I think, actually, to be quite honest with you. So, and when it does, celebrate. Be sure to celebrate. Stop and smell the roses before knuckling down to the next chapter of work, of activity. Let's ask about the week ahead very specifically, please. We have the Hermit, get still. We have the Queen of Wands, enjoy the transformation, cherish it, relish it. She's the Queen of transformation. We have the Four of Cups, again, a very still energy, the Fours. The Chariot, and the Ace of Cups. I think, beautiful souls, if we look at the energy of the week ahead, because you are being guided, you know the Hermit is a card of a guide. And look at this with the journey. You have the owl above the shaman's head, and then you have the Hermit with the owl. If you have an opportunity to take some time out and go on a journey, then I would suggest that might be really exciting. But however you are navigating the journey of your week, I think I would say that initially, may even be initially, that there are signs and signals coming through for you, synchronicities, openings. If you are still feeling like you're crossing the T's, dotting the I's, or you're waiting for some success to come in, I think it will come in very early in the week. If you've already received it, stop and smell the roses. But there is some form of success or transformation, and it's a very big and very sudden, exciting change. It opens and changes the pathway of your world. Get still, whatever you do, and smell the roses. Enjoy. And then I think you will be motoring forwards. I literally think, in a way, this isn't like a week of chilling out and smelling the roses. It would probably be like a day in your week when you get to smell the roses. But do please be sure to do so. Be sure to take at least one day when you celebrate, and whether that is right now or it is sort of on the arrival of a window of opportunity that sets you forth on the new chapter of your journey. However this is, be sure to celebrate it. Don't just jump into the journey. Love it for what it is, because that's going to feed and fuel you, and it will also feed and fuel the love that you embark on this new chapter with. This is magical. Wow. I'm so interested in what the big success is. If it has arrived already, please let me know in the comments. And if it arrives in the week, please let me know in the comments. Beautiful souls, have an amazing week. I'm sending you all the love in the world. This is very, very significant, because it's like it changes the course of your journey. No wonder you've got a new guide or new spirit animals coming in. Wow, and you have worked hard to be here, so way to go. Beautiful souls, tons of love. Thank you for liking, sharing and subscribing. It really helps the channel, and if you want to make sure you never miss a reading, subscribe and press the little bell icon, and that way my readings should come into your stream as soon as I upload them. Beautiful souls, I'm sending you all the love in the world.